Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I know I saw Joe was in here real early. E.T. Brock, Dip Media, glad you can make it. Tommy J, always. Traveler, glad to see you here. TNW, hey, Tim, how you doing? Um, let's see. One thing I wanted to get, well, I'll say it right here. Let's see, wait a second. E.T., I know must be a religious person. And my mom, I was brought up Catholic, not that it makes really that much difference. But yeah, I guess it's Good Friday today's Saturday here, Good Friday in the U.S. So happy that to anybody. And Easter, pretty big holiday in the Catholic or Christian religion. So, and the Easter egg hunts always. So happy Easter to everybody. Um, let's see. I had the reason that I kind of named the deal, how cheap can you live in Thailand, is I had a new subscriber comment, and and two interesting facts. One that I'll do real quick here is he was under the impression that it was going to cost 99 cents to subscribe. So, in case anybody out there is just watching or whatever, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. $0, zero bot, zero anything. If you want to be a member, which I still don't know what I'm going to do with the member deal yet. I think we got 18 or 19. Anyway, I will do something, but that's what you pay the 99 cents for. But if people are going to get that confused, I'd rather just get rid of the members deal. Hey, Black Sheep, how you doing? Hey, Chris. I know Chris is busy, but good working today. All right, Chris. Thanks for dropping in. So anyway, I wanted to kind of get that out of the way, and maybe I'll mention that again later. But seemed like a very nice person. I didn't get all the information from him, but I was going to do a video because I hadn't done one in a while on what it takes, to live here, cost of living or whatever it may be. So instead of doing that, I figured I'd do it part in the live stream because I could get everybody's input that is living here. The question was, there was two questions. One was, can I live in Thailand on $855 US? And the second part of the question was, am I able to get my Social Security disability in Thailand? And that's a no-brainer because I've been doing it for 3.5 years. So I had already answered that in the question. I have it, it gets deposited every month into my Chase account, and then I transfer it to Bangkok Bank, wire transfer. So it's easy. The rest of it is on the short side. Yeah, you can. Would I suggest anybody? Would I want to do it? It depends. If I had money, no. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to limit myself to that kind of a budget. But I was kind of getting from. He kind of went back and forth, or he or she. I didn't really look that closely into it. Um, it if that was all the money that I had, and I got the impression it doesn't want to be in the United States anymore, he or she, I think it's a he. But anyway, in fact, I'm positive it is. Um, it is possible, and I've got the breakdown here. I did it living in Surin again before we even start into it. It's no drinking. I mean, the occasional beer or whatever bought from the seven, not drank in a bar at twice the rate or whatever. Um, Eating like a Thai person, not eating like an American, looking for American hamburgers and steaks and blah blah blah. But what I came up with, and you guys can kind of maybe I'm going to try to keep my eye on the chat. Tim, I'd like your input too. Uh, TNW living in Udon, Tani. Hey, Soy. Um, but I want give me your input as we're going along, and if something catches, because there's one question that I really need help on because I get my insurance through my wife now, so uh, I'm only going on what I had heard. So when we get to that part, maybe somebody can chime in, and again, it's going to depend on your age. It's going to be a whole hell of a lot different if you're 55 or 68. And I think over 70, you have a little bit of problem even getting it. Can you? Yes, but that's going to be a little bit more costly. But anyway, question to the Thai kitchen. Yeah, they moved in at. Actually, when we got back from, they went to. I haven't been feeling well. That's why I haven't done the. I missed one, so it's been 4 days since I did a live stream. I was supposed to go to Ubon with them. They went there. My mother-in-law's sister is there, and my wife went. My father-in-law went. The kids stayed here with me because my wife didn't want me to be here alone. It's amazing how she worries about me. But anyway, so when they got back yesterday or day before, whatever it was, she started, and she's pretty much completely moved in there. I'll probably do a little. I'll do a short on it so you can see it. It's pretty much the same. Cabinets up, some other stuff. I'll show it to you. Okay, so basically here in Surin, her friend actually, depending on how you want to live, her best friend right over by her mom's house has a 2-story type Thai house, or what would I call that? Not a condominium, but what do they call them when they're side by side? Anyway, downstairs, living room, bathroom, little kitchen, upstairs, 2 bedrooms. But some minimal bed, a couple of stuff, a TV I saw, some other stuff there. You would need some furniture, but it's 4,000 baht. But no air conditioner, but you could put one in if you wanted. But I'm figuring 5,000 for a studio in most reasonable places. Chiang Mai, Surin, pretty much anywhere in Isan. 5,000 I think can get you a studio with an AC. A duplex, exactly. Thanks, Paul. I see we went Paul Alexander, man. That's probably not a bad idea. But anyway, yeah, exactly. And but for 4,000 baht, I mean, it's, what is that? 30, 60, $120 US. So 5,000 works out to, like, I rounded them off, like 157 US dollars approximately. The electric, we were figuring about 1,500 if you like to run it a lot. It wouldn't be continuously, but if you want to run it all night long and that kind of thing, it's about $50, $47. Water's about 300 baht, which is $10. The internet is pretty much included in most any apartment complex or whatever you're going to be in. It's usually included. Sometimes the water is too. Let's see. Now, the thing that would be, this is where it gets interesting. I hope he's watching. I can't remember his name. I should have looked it up. I don't want to use his name anyway. But anyway, I hope he's watching. I hope he got in. Hey, Martin. He's obviously on a very low budget. Okay. The only way that you can get, I'm imagining you're over 50. And to get a retirement visa, you're going to need 800,000 baht to put into the bank. Are there ways to do it? Yes, there are ways to do it through an agent, but it's going to cost you about $1,000 each year to get it done because you don't bring in enough monthly. You need whatever 800 divided by 12 is. I think it's 67,000 baht. You need to bring in each month or have 800,000. Now maybe you do. Maybe you've got an account that you can move over and it just has to sit there. You don't have to do anything with it. Just leave it there. Then you could get the retirement visa, which would only be 1,900 a year, which would work out to 160 baht a month. Okay. If you go the other way, I didn't really figure it out that way. But if you went the other way, we can deduct the money off the yearly. Now, the other thing that I would suggest, if you're not scared to ride a scooter and you're in a place like where I'm at in Surin or out in Isan to where you feel comfortable, I would suggest getting a scooter for transportation. And we figured, what was it? 400 baht or 500 baht a month, which is $15. And you're not going to go too many places, but that should cover your petrol unless it goes through the roof, which it's heading that way. The scooter registration's about 100 baht a year, and then miscellaneous I put in 300 for miscellaneous, which is $10 pretty much, and a SIM card for your phone to make local calls and that type of stuff. So it comes out to like 11,360 is what I've got here, and basically the 855 at 32 baht to the dollar is 27,300. So that leaves you 15,940. And what I had figured is if you put 5,000 into the bank as a little bit of a cushion savings account and put 10,000 for food, it's about 165 baht per day. You could do that without cooking one thing in your place. Like I said, you're gonna have to eat Thai food. But if you like Thai food, you're in good shape. If you don't like Thai food, then that could be a problem. But you still have that extra 5,000 for whatever you'd want to do. So could you possibly do it? Well, for one thing, I don't know how the hell you're doing it in the United States. I mean, any place that I know of that you probably can't go out after dark in that particular neighborhood is going to cost you over $855 just for to rent a studio somewhere in a crappy neighborhood. Hey, Randy. But if I missed anything, oh, is Fa here? I missed Fa. Did she? I didn't see her. If you're here, hello. Anyway, but anyway, I'm hoping that you're getting this. I did write a lot in the thing. I'm hoping that, like I said, it was kind of discouraging on my part that somebody would think that they had to pay the 99-cent membership to be able to watch the channel. That's kind of a bummer. But I'll put 1 million in the bank to live off my pension. Yeah, Paul, that's basically what a lot of people do. They just put the money in the bank. I don't know if this particular individual had that. Is there another? Hey, Louis. Thank you, sir. Tequila. Tequila is cheap on the lawn. Yeah, I bet it is. Thank you very much, Louis. Always it will go to my wife and to the children. And speaking of that, it's taken forever. The only swings that I could order off of Lazada, all of them, all the ones advertised on there, all came from, where was it? Someplace other than China. They weren't China. I ordered them, 3 weeks, a month and a half ago. One set of them just came in yesterday. So I'm hoping the other ones will come in today because I want to get over there and get onto their yard. There's a lot of dangerous crap out there that I want to go there and fix. So anyway, so it all depends on, I was just kind of freaked out that someone would think that. So please, anybody that's watching, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. To become a member of any channel, I tried to get it for free because I just wanted a little member area, and Google would not let me do that. The cheapest that they would go is 99 cents because they take 40% of that or something. So it's like ridiculously high. So they wouldn't let me go any lower. So otherwise it would be free. Yeah, so if you couldn't swing the 800 or the $1,000 a year to procure it through an agent to get your every year renew your retirement visa, you could. There are other options. I don't know them all, but there's education visas, there's working there's all sorts of visas. So you'd have to check into that if you couldn't afford the retirement. The 1,000 is what it would cost you if you couldn't put the money in. If you put the money in, you got no problem. It's 160 baht a month. 1,900 baht is what it cost me to renew my retirement visa. Yeah, the health insurance that I have in here, that I put in here, was 1,200 a year, which is basically, for the year. So what is that? I forget how much that is each month, but it's figured in there. But Tim said I'm 59, health insurance for me, approximately 1450. So you can see that in there. It's gonna that would change it another couple hundred. So it would be, oh, by the way, in U.S. dollars, that 11,360 converts to 356 baht. So that would be what 120 120 a month is what it is. So that'd be 3,200 baht. So 120, it might make it one. It might go up 50 baht. It might be 400. So it depends on your age. And like I said, I was hoping that that individual was going to make it. I'm hoping still pops in, and if not, I think I'm going to do a little short, all this stuff that I just went over in a little video, cost of living in Thailand. Hey, how you doing? Glad to see you could make it. I went on a live and watched it. If you guys aren't, if you like fishing stuff and that type stuff, by all means, you should subscribe to Off the Hook Outdoors. He's got a good channel. Lewis is saying hi to Tommy. I'm sure Tommy already said hi to Lewis. How many languages? Hi, Soy. Did Soy ask me something? What did Soy? Lewis come. Wow. He speaks Spanish. Oh, it's good for me. I don't. Hola. And I was in Costa Rica for 8 months. You'd think that I had picked up something. Of course, I've been in Thailand for 3.5 years, and I know how to say 5 words. You know, it's horrible, horrible. Hey, Jay East, how you doing? So anyway, so that's the gist. Could you do it? Yes, you could. Like I said, I don't see how you can live in the United States on $855. But then the other question that you asked, can you get Social Security disability? And that's a given. I would just have it put into your bank and then just transfer it. I like Chase, only because I could do everything on my phone. I made all my wire transfer deals so that I just have to push a deal on my phone and transfer money. TransferWise, or Wise now, is a good one. What Chase basically does, if any amount under under $5,000 US, they charge me $5. For 5,000 and above, they don't charge me anything. They usually give me 1 baht under whatever the when you go on the internet and pop it up and it tells you the baht is at 33.2. Okay, they'll give me 32.2. So, which doesn't really bother me. Some people that are on a FIC, they're going to want to, that extra, whatever they're transferring over here, that extra 200 baht, it means more to them than it does to me in particular. Should mean more to me. It means a lot to my wife. I gave her 150 baht the other day, and you thought I'd give her $1,000. But that was because I was giving the kids money to go. We went to the theater yesterday and saw the new, whatever they're called, Fantastic, whatever. It's like the Harry Potter spin-off. And it was okay. It wasn't bad. But boy, it's not cheap to go. I asked my wife, I said, how do Thai people go to the movies? And granted, we sat in the very back. They have couches. So I got 2 couches, 2 kids and us, and they recline and stuff and all that. It's a lot more comfortable. But it's only 50 baht more each. So that was 1,000 baht just for that. And then I got, they have a popcorn deal with 2 sodas, and that's 310 baht each. So it's like 1,600 baht to go to the movies, 1,700. So, what is that? 40, like $50. So, it's always been expensive, as far as I was concerned, to go to the theater in the U.S. It always cost that. The popcorn sodas were $8 a glass, and popcorn was $10 it was always expensive. But we had fun. It was a good time. So I had given them. They had cleaned up the whole house, so I gave them extra money, and then of course my wife was right there with them, wanting something. So I had an extra 150 in my hand, so I gave that to her. She was excited. I think they spent it on ice cream and ended up giving it to me. Important question, Zoe said. Have you seen the Mexican cave pools of water? No, I have not, Zoe. I've been mainly my trips to Mexico as a kid out of the San Fernando Valley, being close to San Diego. We're about, I want to say, 2.5 hours from Tijuana. So we went to TJ, which wasn't really the what Mexico was even back then, because I'm talking, what, 50 years ago, or something like that, 45 years ago. And then we went to Ensenada, which got a little better, and then most of my stuff was cruising with my wife. We went like 5 or 6 times to Cabo and whatever that trip was, the 7-day deal out of Long Beach, and but most of it was to Cabo, because we were HVAC contractors, and we took all of our general contractors that we wanted to schmooze back then, 40 years ago. We took them first to Catalina for 2 years, and then we went to Cabo. I think I told you that my buddy, well, a friend of mine, I shouldn't say buddy, I haven't talked to him in years and years. When Natalie Wood drowned, what was his name? Robert Wagner. He gave the boat to the Boy Scouts, and my buddy bought it from the Boy Scouts. So we took it to Sonata and had you could imagine, a party on it, and had the bottom redone, because it was cheaper to get stuff done in Ensenada. And then for 2 years we took him on that boat and went fishing 3 or 4 days in Catalina. Then he sold it, and we ended up going to Cabo, and we probably went 15 or 20 times with them, and I went a couple of times on my own. But I really liked Cabo. My cousin still goes there all the time. But no, I have not seen that, but I will look and see what it is. I'm sure it's gorgeous. Mexico, I don't know, man. I like Mexico. You can feel threatened if you want to. I would imagine some places there are just like any other country. What kind of situations do you want to put yourself in? Do you want to walk around any certain areas of Bangkok at 3 o'clock in the morning? Probably not. But anyway, I know that Traveler, he's going to check out a spot for him and his wife to go to and spend their days there, which he wants to come to Thailand, but can't afford it because they want buku dollars to transport her. She has MS, I believe, and he's been taking care of her for a long, long time. He's one of my heroes. He's top on the list. But hopefully, maybe something will come up. You never know. But he's going to go and check out Mexico because he can basically drive there, so it makes it easier. Hey Tom, how you doing? Flat bottom boat. What is Tom doing? Chilling on the sofa. Yeah. I really like that. I'm still in the back of my mind. I still have that condo. Although my wife went to Ubon, and we bought a. I think I told you guys we bought the Kicks, the Nissan crossover type small SUV, the hybrid, and top of the line deal. They gave us a hell of a deal on it. She got like over 150,000 just for working for the government. They gave her a deal, so it was like, I think the original one was like 980 for the middle one, and almost 1.2 for the top of the line one, and they gave us the top of the line one for 890, which I thought was anyway. I guess we purchased it. It's pretty much a done deal, but we can't actually accept it until, which I have to get used to, is a good Buddha day, which I guess is the 22nd of this month. So a week, just under a week. Next Friday, we'll get it. So it'll be interesting. I haven't driven an automatic here in Thailand. I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I drove that one, the car on the test drive, but. I don't know who that is. Dr. Fried. I don't know who that is, so I heard experience Ensenada. I heard experience Ensenada today. Yeah, yeah, me too, Randy. I got a bunch of them. It was fun, I mean, could you get in a whole heck of a lot of trouble when you're underage, 18, 19 years old, going down to TJ and drinking at will? Yeah, you get in a lot of trouble. And Ensenada too. So, I mean, the Forza's done, and it actually, Honda's just, I don't know. They told me 2,000 baht, and I went down there, and they had it all day, and I got it the next morning. And there's no doubt they had to take everything on the front end apart, and I put on all those, or had all those electronics put on the front of that thing, so there was twice as much to come off. 1,440 baht they charged to replace the brake lines and the brake fluid and make sure that the ABS and everything was working properly. So yeah, it is. Question pass. I've got it here. My wife hasn't been working, so she only worked a day and a half. So she hasn't heard back from her friends that she put out as far as for before the orthopedic. Sorry, my mind's gone. The license, I can't do anything. Pretty much everything's shut down here for Sokran, and the passport, I still have to mail it off. I was going to make a short trip to visit Chuck and Paige, and Mitch and Dow are actually up there in Tatpanoma. I was going to jam out, and I just have a hard time, especially now traveling without my passport with just a copy. But I I I came to my senses. I mean, not exactly the right time to be traveling on the roads here in Thailand. And in case you wondered, Mitch flew into that area, and Chuck and Paige picked him up. Great people, by the way, all of them, all four of the ones I'm talking about. But I didn't ask much. The sound's okay. Again, it always sounds good in my ear, but the video looks the same as normal. But let's see. I know that somebody had asked. I think I'm caught up. If I missed something, guys, by all Thailand Christmas Eve, are you coming? Louis, when are you coming? I think Tommy told you, the end of the year, I think. Looking forward to meeting you. Thank you for all you've done. Tijuana, officially classified as the most dangerous city on the planet, hard to believe. When I went there as a kid, um, did I end up in the Tijuana jail? Yes. Thank God it was only for one night. Was it a nice plush place? No. But I was young and dumb. So, sounds fine. Cool. Thanks, guys. AV's good. Thank you, Chris. I know Chris is going. Are you still on schedule, or are things put off for a little while? Hey, Expat Pete, good morning to you. Well, Zoe, will you be flying into Philippines just to set up? No, my passport is issue. I only have one page left in my passport, so I can't really go anywhere. I had 2 pages left, and then I just redid my retirement visa in February, so I need to get the new one. So it's a matter of filling out 2 pieces of paper, which is already done, a picture or 2 pictures. My wife has to read it again for me, and mailing it off to the U.S. Embassy in Bangkok is what my understanding is. Again, I have to read it again because I'm just going off of memory, which my memory sucks. But so that's what I got to do, and I've heard 7 to 10 days. Chuck did it. My buddy Bob in Udon, he did it. He came in real late on the last one, Tim. I was going to try to get you guys talking together. He came. I didn't notice he had even come in until after I had signed off. But maybe he'll come on again, or I'll send him something, because one of my trips in that Kicks is going to be one to Pattaya and one to Udon. Come up there and see you guys. Maybe I'll get you together. He's a good guy. His name's Bob. Everybody saying morning to expat Pete, and I think that good morning to everybody's just saying hello. So that's pretty much the gist. I kind of changed my mind again about starting on the plunge pool and the pond. I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to take 2 months off. Um, it's just, I need to get it done. The kids had and my mother-in-law, I was really surprised. Boy, she was in that pool, and she was having a good time in Koh Chang. Everybody had a great time. Smiles all around. It was a great thing. That's something we'll be doing every year. I want to do it twice a year, but we'll see how it works out. Yeah, no kidding. I looked at that again. I still haven't watched all your videos. In fact, if you guys aren't subscribed, TNW living in Udon Thani, Tim is building a house also. So if you want information and stuff like that, and he has a bunch of videos up. Good guy, good videos. Please subscribe to him. Maybe somebody can put up his deal. Who's here? Brock and Randy's here. I just did it for the first time. Somebody asked me, I think was it Chocolate Man? Yeah, I think it was Chocolate Man asked me to put up a link. I had no idea, so I figured out how to do it and actually posted one. I'm not the best moderator in the world. I can delete the messages quick enough, but posting the links like Brock does and Mitch does and everybody else does, I'm not in tune to that. Let's see. Yeah, it was nice too, and it was great in the ocean when I went. I only went out on one of the islands that we went to. Me and my wife both went in, and it was fun. And floating around with the buoyancy of salt water was really awesome. I mean, it was like every inch of pressure was off every joint in my body. TNW, if you could, he's putting in a big pool. I don't know about a jacuzzi. Mine's gonna have the jets. I don't know if you could see it too well in the video I did, or the kids took pictures of in the pool. It just had all along one side where it had a little step down seat you could sit there. They had about 10 or 12, 15 jets all the way across. That's what I'll put, like 3 or 4 down the one side of the pond or across the back. Haven't decided yet. But they like that. My wife likes the bubbles. I don't know. Hey, Joe, you made it back. No worries. So he just said that. Gilbert Gottfried, that's that one guy that has the funny voice, right? I'm guessing. I didn't figure it out because Soe had said that deal. He wanted a moment of silence for him. Is that the same guy? Guy that's got the... I could picture him in my head. I'm thinking it's got to be the same guy. R.I.P. I wonder how old was he? Scares me when people start dropping dead and they're younger than me. But maybe someone will say R.I.P. to you. The pool will have some jacuzzi jets. Kind of like what was that the Serenity? That type thing down the side or something. I'm kind of interested to watch that. I'm almost done with my coffee. Sorry, guys. '67. Wow. Yeah, getting that age. It's God, I never ever thought about dying. Never crossed my mind, and now it kind of does. After my wife passed away, I never thought she would die, and watching all my friends pass, and now it's like it's a reality, I guess. Hey, Chuck, how you doing? You guys finished breakfast? It's like yeah, cool. Yeah, I think it's nice. My wife wants it. she's pretty adamant about it. That she wants the jets in there, and I think they're going to be pretty easy to install. It's not an air pump or anything; it's just sucking the air. It's a Venturi, so it should be fairly easy to put in. Everybody saying hi to Chuck. Chuck saying hi to Tommy and to Joe. Won't say hi to Brock. He doesn't really like Brock, I don't think. Is that true, Brock? Just kidding. Um, let's see. I guess I'm caught up. I didn't see any more. So is Chuck. Will we what? Good morning. Hey, how you doing? Glad you could make it from the Philippines. That's from uh, interesting channel. You guys ought to subscribe to. That's through Bobby. Time to get going. Um, what was the one, Chuck? Will you and Thomas Dave together on the trip back to the USA? I might be going. I have no idea when Chuck's going, but I might be going as soon as it's clear in my mind, which I'm imagining is going to be like July. And I just checked on it. The flights were $850 on Philippine Air or whatever through the Philippines. 21-hour flight there, 24-hour flight back, kind of deal. Was $850 to LAX, which I thought was outstanding. And that was like first week of July for 14 days or 18 days, I can't remember. But the prices are reasonable still. So, but as soon as I know that I'm not going to have any kind of problems getting back in, feel comfortable wearing a mask for 14 hours in the air or something, that's got me a little worried. What I'm thinking about doing is they make those little oxygen bottle things. I might take that. Not that I need it, but I'm telling you, man, that ever since they shoved that tube down my throat, any kind of restriction whatsoever, even walking from the theater back to the truck last night in the heat, it bothered me. Was I having problems breathing? No, not really, but my mind thought I was. So it's like anything that restricts my breathing freaks me out now. So I have to see what how I feel. But I'm guessing I got to get back there. I got to see my mom. I want to see my grandkids, my family, my friends. Am I going to bring my wife? I don't know yet. If I can get the visa between now and then and things work out and she has the vacation time to go more than 7 days, because I wouldn't want to go for anything less than 14, then I'll make that work. The kids want to go too, so it'll be interesting. But I don't know when Chuck's going. Hey, Mitch. Mitch is there. Let's see. um, Something funny came to my mind. I was going to say something, but I figured maybe I better not. I think they're leaving in a few days. I think there's going to be 8 of you or something, right? 8 or 10? Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8. I think 8. They're going to have a ball. It's going to be awesome. And I don't know their itinerary. If I do get the itinerary, they don't like to give me anything. They don't want me to show up or anything and uninvited. But I'm just kidding. But if there is one and it's after I have the car on the 22nd and it's somewhere that I can get to, maybe Udon, I don't know. I don't know their itinerary. But they're going on I think it's a 10-day deal. So I'll have to see, but maybe I'll catch up with them. Yeah, it freaks me out, man. I don't, Raymond, how you doing? I don't like it. I'll do whatever I got to do here in Thailand. That's just the way it is. But it's just weird. And she bought me this black one. The surgical ones, I can breathe better with those. She bought me one that was shaped like a surgical one, but it was black, and obviously was made by another company of some sort. and it was a little bit restrictive. Although inside the theater they let us eat popcorn, you could take your mask off, you could watch the movie comfortably. It was okay. It was cool. Let's see. Yeah, it's thinking. Yeah, Lewis, thumbs up, brother. Let's see. Mr. Mitch finally meet up with the original Soy Mafias this week. Shake their hand on so good. Yeah, what I was gonna say, Mitch, you have to be real careful because Chuck had mentioned that I don't drink, and this is a funny story. I think it's funny. I don't think Chuck will have a bad thing with it, but they were very nice to me when I was there on Sunday Fun Day. And when my wife had, suggested to go and, the way Thai people are, let me help you with the food, with the washing, with the clearing the table, whatever, it's just Thai people. And the one lady, I don't know which one it was, I guess Chuck had said to them, and they had misconstrued, that I don't drink because I get in fights, and I'm a nasty bastard. And, when I drink, so I don't drink. Or I don't drink, I don't get intoxicated. Well, I guess they took that. They asked my wife, basically not in so many words, does he beat you when he drinks? And my wife, of course, laughed. And I think the problem got resolved. But Mitch, make sure you drink in front of them so they know that you're a kind person. Just kidding. I thought it was pretty funny. I told Chuck, he thought it was pretty funny too. He apologized, but he thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was hilarious. He'd have to put a gun to my head to make me lay a hand on a woman. It's never going to happen. Even intoxicated. Of course, you'll never see that, so can't really prove it. What is it? I'm saving money. Yeah, and I don't know if anybody's interested. I don't even know if it's still available. A lot of the people like Chuck and Joe and James and, they like to drive. And now that I'm getting the kicks, kind of made me think about not getting it. But the new Thailand Pass type thing on Asia Air, or whatever it's called, or Air Asia, whichever one, is 5,500 baht, it was 3,500 last year. But that was only inside of Thailand. This one encompasses outside of Thailand. So if you're going to travel and you're going to fly and you're not going to drive, it might be something you might want to check into. It might already be over. You'll have to go to Asia Air and see what they say. We all when I told them, I know, I just felt, I know that Paige would tell her mother, no, the guy doesn't beat women, but I thought it was pretty hilarious, Chuck. And Joe, hey Joe, how you doing, Gift? Hello, guys. Hi, Dave, everyone in the house. Just stop in and say hello. Before you get hitting the road 4 hours from, oh, okay. You're only 4 hours away, so you're going to be there this afternoon. Very cool. Have a good time and drive carefully. But also, I don't have the ability on that Air Asia deal. I'm not like Joe and Gift and Chuck and even Mitch and that your significant other, wife, or whatever the case may be. Mine works, so I only have 3-4 day options to go. So it just made sense this time, and with buying the kicks, that we not spend the 11,000 baht, although I think is very reasonable to do that, because we are going to fly. We want to go to Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, but we can drive to the border and go in, I think. I don't know if you want to drive your car in there. That's something I would have to check out, or maybe someone here could tell me. Everybody saying hi to Foreigner Joe, and I guess I should say it, Gift and Foreigner Joe. Gift's got to be the first one in there. And when are you going to start your Cup of Joe? Soon? Maybe when you get back from the trip? I'm just curious. Safe travels. From Michigan. Thanks, Joe. You're a good guy. Hi, guys. Hey, Bruce, how you doing? Sassy May, how are you? If you're with him, You probably don't want to hang out with Bruce too much. I don't blame you. Just kidding. Um, Hello, safe travels. Everybody's saying safe travels. Saying hi to Bruce. I love this community. Um, I don't know if it ever gets to the day where there's a whole bunch of subscribers and stuff, and the thing's doing this like it does on Chuck and them. I don't think I'm going to be happy, but as it's going, I don't think I have to worry about it. um, let's see, saying good morning to Tom in the pictures. That was it the beach ones or these different ones? I've seen some of them. Hello, Bruce. Hello, Tom. Thailand. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Rick Jones, how are you? Glad you could make it in. Are you the one that God, I can't remember now. I'm horrible. I didn't post anybody's name, but that's the reason I did the one this morning. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Well, there's 25 people here, so maybe more of them will get out. My biggest deal with you as far as problems that I see, is it possible? Yes. I went over all the breakdowns, and I'll do that again here in a minute. But the problem you're going to have is with a visa. If you're over 50, I'm imagining. But the it costs you have to bring in you either have to have 800,000 baht in the bank just sitting there. Then it only costs you 1,900 baht, $60 a year to renew your retirement visa. There is a way that you can get it through companies that will help you do it. How they do it, I don't know. It's none of my business. But it's about $1,000 a year you'd have to pay for that. So they can be pricey. There are other options for visas as far as education. There's a bunch of them. So you'd have to, the visa problem you would have to do. Here in Surin, I had said a studio's 5,000 baht. And that includes air conditioning, furnished, the whole deal. Air conditioning, if you run the air conditioning, if you're like me, I like to run it all the time, but 1,500 baht a month, you could run it during the night probably and a little bit during the day. 300 baht for water might be included in the apartment that you would find. The internet is most always included with the apartment you find. Insurance is going to be another high ticket item. Tim is 50, he had said, I think 57, and it's going to depend on your age, but somewhere between 1,200 and I think Tim said he was paying 1,450 a year to have an insurance policy, and I highly recommend that. So it's about 3,200 a month, somewhere between that and 4,000. The visa, if you're just doing the retirement, it's 160. You'd have to put away each month to have that 2,000 baht or 1,900 baht at the end of the year. I would suggest if you're okay riding a scooter, I would buy one. They're about 25,000 for a good used secondhand scooter that would not give you any trouble. If you feel comfortable with that, then I would figure maybe 400 or 500 baht a month for gasoline, unless they go through the roof. The scooter registration is about 100. So miscellaneous would be, I figured 300 a month, and a SIM card for your phone at 300. It's about 1,200 baht. So that'd leave you with about 1,500, something like that. I would say 5,000, and what I said was 5,000 as a cushion in the bank savings, and 10,000 would be 165 baht a day. You could eat out every day. You have to eat Thai food, and I would say probably 50 baht a meal. So 165 should be no problem. And then you do have that extra 5,000 to dip in. Is it something that I would want to struggle with? No, but could it be done? Yes, especially right now the way times are. Like I said, my wife's best friend is trying to rent a 2-bedroom duplex type place, 2 bedrooms upstairs, a kitchen, living room, bathroom downstairs for 4,000 baht a month, and it's got 2 beds, a little couch, not very sparse on the furnishing, but 4,000 baht. No air conditioning. Air conditioning in the 5,000 studio. So, but so is it possible? Yes. My question earlier was, I don't understand how you're making it in the U.S. on 855. That's what my mom gets, I think. Uh, and it's hard. If she didn't have my grandmother's house as income to add to that, she could not live there and have her house. Um, let's see. Oh, Joe did answer me. Cover Joe yet, I'm afraid, with my my opinion. Give my loose subscribers. You're a good sport, Joe. I can't live in America. Yeah, I don't see how, Rick. How old are you, by the way? I guess it really doesn't. The only reason it's going to matter is for your visa. If you're on Social Security disability, um, that doesn't matter. But like I said, for 3.5 years, they have deposited it in my Chase account. I have transferred it out of my Chase account to my Bangkok bank and have not had one iota ever of any trouble. So we'll see. I thought only the what? Well, I thought only the highest people get like two. I get what is mine? 1,800, I think, and I think that's about right. I think the top of the scale is somewhere around 2,500 or something. Supposedly, they tell me I could go back and get more. That friends had told me that they miscalculated mine because I worked so long in HVAC. But I don't know. I'm lazy. So, but and Chuck's in here too. Chuck, if you don't mind, what do you pay a year? I think you're in that same somewhere around $1,200-$1,500 US a year for your insurance. Hey Daniel DA, how are you? Been disabled 41. Okay, been disabled for 25 years. Okay, so you're gonna need to. Do you have a problem with going to school and maybe learning Thai? Is that a something you would do to learn the language? Because if you do that, you can get a. I'm almost positive you have to check into it, or maybe somebody in here might know that's what this channel is all about. Is everybody helping everybody? But I think you can get an education visa. Shouldn't be a problem. People do it and they don't go to school. So if you go to school, it should be easy. Um, oh, see, Chuck paying 860. So your insurance might be lower because Chuck's like a youngster. I think he just barely makes the retirement visa age. That's a good price. So you could check into that, but I would highly suggest it because if you haven't watched anything on me, Joe's video that he did on me, Foreigner Joe and Gift, I was, uh, I got sick right before all the stuff came down. New Year's Day 2020, I was in intensive care for 2 months with a tube down my throat with pneumonia, and it cost me 1 million baht. I didn't have any insurance, so one of the dumbest things I've ever done. So hopefully people can learn from my stupid mistakes, but I would highly recommend that. But it is possible if you're not a big drinker, smoker, that type of thing. If you're wanting to go out and frequent the bars and run around town, nah, it ain't gonna happen. You'll spend the 800 just running around town and chasing women. If you come to Isan and a woman is what you want, and you want a long-term relationship with a very nice Thai lady, there's millions of them, and they yeah, you want. I don't know what you're looking for, and smoking, that's not so bad. I mean, I quit. I've been smoking since I was 14 or 15, but that's been 2 years since I got out of the hospital. I never started again. I imagine that it would. Hold on.
I will go to buy paint color for two.
Oh, okay. Will we grab a bottle of Coke Zero on the way back? Okay.
And I will tell you how much, okay?
Yeah, just send it to me and I'll transfer it. So, yeah, I would. Let's see. Joe pays 40. Oh, okay. He has his son and stuff on it, The gift when I marry, my premiums will remain the same. Yeah. So I would say if you figured what I figured, 1,200, you should be able to get an insurance. But uh, I had a 20-year relationship that I just got out of. I'm not interested in it. Yeah, my wife passed away in 2018 in September, and I came here for 2 weeks in October because we were going to come, and said, "This is it. This is where I want to go." Came here, and like 8, 9 months later, met my wife now, who is awesome. And if you're not familiar with Asian women, but my personal opinion, they're some of the best women on the planet, and particularly Thai women, because that's the Asian women that I know the most about. Don't know much about Philippines. Know some people that are married to Filipinas, and same type thing. Just excellent people, and it's awesome. Watch some of the videos. You'll see me brag about my wife all the time. I won't go into it too much now. Travelers saying, Rick Jones, if it helps, Nicaragua requires proof of 600 a month or a pension, so that you could possibly make. I was right next to Nicaragua in Costa Rica. The people that went and visited, they liked it. I didn't particularly like the government, so I didn't. That's why I was in Costa Rica. It was cheaper in Nicaragua to live, but I would always suggest come here and check it out. But God, there's just nothing that I could sit here and say, absolutely, it's a horrible place. Don't come. Yeah, well, they're cheap here, so do I condone smoking? No. It was probably the worst habit I ever had, but I was at 3 packs a day. But I think they're like $1.60. I think they're 60 or 80 baht for a pack. So is it reasonable to smoke and kill yourself here in Thailand? Yeah, it is. And that's the way I always said it. If cigarettes get to $1, I'm stopping smoking. Cigarettes get to $1.50, I'm quitting. Cigarettes get to $2, I'm quitting. And at about $10 a pack, I said, no, I guess I'm going to smoke forever. But it is, I can't speak about anybody. I was the worst. But it's reasonable. You can still buy your cigarettes and not, have to miss a meal or something stupid. Are you leaving, Tom? Tom's a good guy. You'll realize in here, and I said it earlier. I told everybody here, if anybody's watching and they're under the, I said I was talking about you, saying that I'd really like to do this, but I don't want to pay 99 cents, and or it's 99 cents and LOL. He was, I think, half kidding, but anyway, you don't have subscribing is free. Any membership on any channel costs at least 99 cents. But you never have to do that. So I'm glad that you came on today. Yeah, I would say that I would keep most of that in the bank, and if you're a walker, I don't know what kind of disability you have, but I would get a scooter. Could you get one cheaper than 2,500? Yeah, and if you want to, I can help you out with that, because I paid 18,000 for my 2018 Scoopy. Had 20,000 kilometers on it. The thing was like brand new. Okay. And my brother-in-law in Ubon, or cousin-in-law, whatever he is, he owns a scooter place there. So he can find one for us, and I'll help you out getting one. If you feel comfortable riding one. I don't want you to get one if you don't feel comfortable riding it. The only other thing I'll tell you too, Rick, is the hospitals here, the care that I got for the 3 months that I was in, it was a private hospital here in Surin. Couldn't have got any better in the United States. My doctor was just phenomenal. The nurses and the RNs, and my whole experience in there was top notch. And if you go to someplace like Bangkok and stuff like that, in Bangkok Hospital, they have all over. I guess what I'm saying is you're not going to be moving backwards in healthcare coming to Thailand. Heart disease, 5, wow, heart attacks, and died twice. Now, I had, what do I have? 2 stents. Never had a heart attack. Although when they brought me in, they told my girlfriend at the time, my wife now, that I had had a heart attack, but I didn't have one. But I have 2 stents put in. I'll tell you what, if you eat Thai when you come here, your cholesterol will go down, your blood pressure will go down. It'll do nothing but help you living here. Plus, it'll probably be a lot less stressful if you know, hey, if I stay on this budget, I can actually live here. So I would check into the education visa. I'll ask my wife when she comes back. I'll check into a bunch of stuff for you because I'm retired and I have nothing to do. But I will definitely check into it and help anybody that wants to come on this channel. And like I said, all of the people here are ready, willing, and able to help anybody, any way they can, whether they're here in Thailand or wherever they are. Most of the people that are on here are wanting to get to Thailand or, vacation here, a lot. But I'm glad that you came in. I really am, Rick. And like I said, what did you answer me on? Do you feel okay on a scooter? Because I would keep as much money as you could in the bank, but I would imagine what is $800 in? Is Brock still here or is he gone? Somebody's got a calculator. 800 times 32. What would that be? I would think for 800, I think we could find you a good one. I'd like to see you get one for 500, and I could kind of pressure my cousin. That would leave you at least $3,000 in the bank, just in case something happens. But like I said, if you have a good insurance policy, you should be okay. It's a little bit weird here. You got to pay pretty much up front, and then they reimburse you. So if you have access to family, or if you did get into a problem that would front you the money for hospitalization, and then you pay them back when they give it to you, that would be a good one to start working on. Yikes. No more wisecracking for me. What did you say, Andy? RJ, a troll? Who's RJ? Did I miss one? Oh, 27,000 baht. Oh, well, hell yeah. What's 500? Raymond, if you got a calculator, Andy. I'm curious what Randy said now. Maybe fine. Oh, sugar mama. Okay. I'll tell you one thing, Rick. When I came here, man, I was in a bad way. I didn't want to off myself, but I didn't really care whether I lived or died. If I stepped off a curb and a car hit me, so be it. Wasn't any big deal. Was with her for 30 years, married for 27, and at that point, I thought I'd never meet anybody. I was here in Thailand to basically find. I wanted a woman companionship. I wanted a female to converse with, and I, never in a million years, if you had asked me then that in 8 months I would meet somebody, come to love that person and marry that person, I would have said you're crazier than shit. But I would definitely kind of, even though you got a bad taste in your mouth, which I've had quite a few times. I've been married. I've been married 4 times. The first 2 were only 9 months. Although I did have 2 kids out of the second one. 27. Okay, Joe saying 27 on the one, and then the one 16. So yeah, I think you keep 3,000 in the bank. I think we could find you something for 16,000 baht. That I would say is a good. He could go through, redo everything, and you'd get a good scooter. But I still haven't heard. Do you have a problem riding a scooter? And you probably answered me, but I'll ask questions a lot. Let's see, 855. Okay. It's 28.80. Yeah, I'm just figuring off of 32 is what I was figuring out, Bruce. 32 baht to the dollar. U.S. Anyway. What's Chris saying? Actually, won $2,000 per week, but I quietly siphoned off $1,000. Is Baldy here? I didn't see that. Hey, Baldy, how you doing? But watch for fake accounts. They are coming soon to you. I know who'd they come after with a bunch of fake accounts? Joe, right? On that nighttime live stream, he got bombarded. I got to witness some of that. And I hear my wife's going to get paint. They weren't supposed to show up until after Socrown, but I guess maybe Socrown's over. Saturday here. I didn't think he was going to come until Monday. Maybe he wants to finish so that I pay him the balance. The outside still needs to be painted, so that's what she wanted to get him paint. But anyway, I would say that do you need to have a scooter? It sure gives you a lot of freedom, or does me. Can you get by with the? They have motorcycle taxis here. They have little stuff that you can get around for fairly cheap. It's a little bit. I want to say it's not as easy to get like if you were in Pattaya or Bangkok or something like that where you just walk out the door and somebody will come and get you. You have to be a little bit more. We don't have Bolt, which they have in Pattaya, which is like a one of those car deals where they come get you. I forget. My mind's gone. You'll hear me say that a lot. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was going crazy. I did catch some of that. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm done with my coffee. Excuse me. It's over. Okay, cool. Well, he's working. Yeah, Mitch the Troll Slayer. I don't mind them. They can come in. Can you find me an HD for 500 US? Yeah. If I could, Joe, I'd have a whole garage or property full of them. I wish that I could build an old bike. I haven't really looked, and I don't want to surprise my wife with it. But it's probably going to be an English bike, maybe an Enfield or a Triumph or a BSA. I'm going to start looking. I would like to put a bike together. What I do with it? I'd probably sell it. It's just basically for keep my mind going, my hands moving, so I feel old, man. I don't move as good as I used to. It sucks getting old. In case the young guys watching it, we do have some of those, like 15% of, I don't know, 20 to 40 or something, 20 to 30. So, how you doing? Life's short, man. Bound to be some basket cases. Yeah, I mean, I turned down. I think back when I was building panheads when I was younger, the ones I got were $900, $1,100. Turned them down because they were $1,200. It's too much money. And knuckleheads were still reasonable too. Like that, forget about it. I'll make myself sick. But I'm hoping to find something. It's probably going to be a BSA or a Triumph, I'm guessing. But I'd like to put something together. Oh, really? I did not know that, E.T. Oh, yeah, I did. Because my brother-in-law... No, he got a Triumph. He got a Triumph. The one that passed away. My wife's brother. He got a Triumph, and one of the kids is riding it now. I did not know BSA was. Baldy's saying hi to everybody. Everybody's saying hi. Hey, JJ, how you doing? You are young, I think. Seen a few Triumph bikes in Udon, older models. Yeah, I'd like to find one that's maybe not running or, because I wouldn't buy it just to ride. I'd buy it to fix it up and sell it cheap to somebody, not really to make money or anything. What did I miss? Mitch T&W. Wow, that's great. What did... to Brian. I'm missing some. Anyway, I'll catch up. If I miss something, go ahead and put it back up. I'm slow. Everybody's saying hi to each other. But that would be something I would probably be interested in. But again, it all takes money. And most of the money that got coming in now has been going into the house. I was hoping that was going to be over by now, but it looks like it's going to carry on through this year, which is okay. It just doesn't give me my fun money. All that money's going back into the Thai kitchen, the plunge pool, jacuzzi, the pond, the building. It's all going to be come from there. And now we're going to have the car, so. But I'm looking forward to driving that. I don't know what it is here. Let me look and see. See what kind of a variance it is, Tom. I got 82 because I've got mine in, or 86 in Fahrenheit. So if someone can convert that, I'd appreciate it. Because I can't. It's not too bad. It's been getting warm in the afternoons. And the air conditioner went on the truck. I paid we sent it to the guy that rebuilt the motor. We took it to Kochang. No problems. Air conditioner, everything worked. He put the motor in 2.5 years ago. And then we sent it to him. He, checked I had brand new tires on it. Checked all that, replaced a couple pieces on the motor that were rubbery pieces that were, old and stuff like that. And then I said the air conditioner needs a charge. Well, I should have took it and had a charge put in it, because that's what I did before. And he took it to an air conditioning guy, and the guy charged me 4,200 baht, which still isn't bad. What is that, 30, 60, 90, $1.30, something like that. Well, it stopped working on their way back from Udon. In fact, my mother-in-law told my wife, glad Dave isn't here. He wouldn't like this at all. No, I wouldn't. So we got to bring that back probably today. Birds for Bob and John. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. And they must have already took off, because I know that Bob, I really wanted to go on with him last night, and then he ended up, I saw at the end, I rewatched the deal. He had gotten some people to come on, but I was half naked, and my wife was calling me for, get dressed and come eat. So I went and ate, so I didn't get to do that. But yeah, let's wish them a good trip there, and hopefully everything works out for them, for sure. I don't know, it's a hard thing. Like we were talking back and forth, Bobby, and it's no matter how much you're prepared, and people can tell you that your mother's going to die, your wife's going to die, your husband's going to die. When it happens, it's still a big giant shock. It's just weird. I think it's just the human race, if you're human, I guess. I know that I was in shock for a week before it finally hit me that she was gone. Not an easy thing, but at a certain point, I think Bobby said he was 91, and my deal on that, when I get to be that age, is quality of life. If I don't have a good quality of life, I don't want to hang. I want to be done. I'm lucky, I've done pretty much everything has been, excuse me, I just got a message. As long as I've got a good, I'm functioning with my brain, and, if I can't walk all that, that's okay. But if I'm a drooling freaking vegetable and somebody has to change my diapers, no, time for me to go. So, now I had deals in the U.S. that if I got hit on, well, I've had them for years on motorcycles, I was never worried about dying, but I was always worried about being paralyzed from the neck down. And I had a deal with quite a few people there, some of which have passed away, but to make sure that I didn't live through that particular deal. But like I said, quality of life, it's always a big deal, and it's traumatizing, to lose, especially a mother or a father, or your spouse. It's just, I can't even explain I've never experienced any pain like that in my entire life, never. And I've had some good pain, both doled it out and got it given, but nothing as horrible as that corkscrew in your stomach with me, when my spouse was gone, and I realized it. Let's see. I think Joe's driving. Let me see. I think I'm caught up. If I'm not, guys, go ahead and. Okay, this is back a little ways. Dave, what was the price of the house to completion? I think with the Thai kitchen and um, the pool and the pond and the building, I think it's going to be like 2.1. Oh, I'm sorry, 3.1 is what I'm guessing. But it was right around 3 million baht, which I think is a good deal for what I got. I think Joe got a lot higher end stuff than I did, but I'm happy with mine. I know Joe's happy with his, but I think his was on the higher end. I cut some corners and stuff that really didn't matter much, but that saved me that I could make upgrades in other parts. I did quite a bit of that. Now I've been a lot of upgrades in insulation and that kind of stuff. All the good upgrades, and got rid of, like, I don't know if you noticed, but my island in my kitchen, all my countertops are all granite, but I found a tile that actually matched that granite real well, and that's tile around the bottom. So stuff like that I did, but right around 3 million. But that didn't include the land. She already owned the land. Weeding out the trolls. I totally missed them, so I'm curious to find out at the end what happened and what was said. But all the mods are great. Mitch is top notch. Brock, everybody is good. Sorry to head off. Take it easy, Black Sheep. Always good to see you. We'll do another one. What's today? Saturday in Thailand. Sunday, Monday, which would be Sunday in the be Easter Sunday actually. So we'll do a short one on Easter Sunday, and say hi to everybody and happy Easter. There's Andy. Hey Andy, I didn't see you. How you doing? I'm still looking forward to going to Cambodia. I think he might go to Cambodia on his next trip. Although I don't know if I could keep up with Andy. He's a like I said, he went more places in a month than I have in Thailand in 3.5 years. So he's a stud. Take care, Maxie friend. I think I'm caught up. Did anybody ask anything of me? I totally agree. I don't know what you were agreeing to, Raymond. Put it back in. I'm curious. Let's see. Are you totally agree with me losing my mind, or just kidding? It's a granite native. I don't know, to tell you the truth, Raymond. That's a good question. I never really asked them. I think it's imported. I'm almost positive it's imported. At least the stuff I got was. Mitch says, I'm just watching today. All our moms will have your back. I'm thinking of a temple and cave. Tough, yeah, I bet. Thanks, Mitch. Yeah, I got a notification from you, or from Messenger. I'll talk to you about that later. But can we have an egg hunt? Yeah, sure, Chris. Why not? You're gonna have to come. Can you make it? Can you make it here to Thailand by Sunday? You're in charge, so I need someone to hide the eggs. What is roast of you? Roast of you? No, I did not. In Koh Chang? No, I did not, Baldy. God, we stayed at Serenity. We went out and went on the other side. We went on the scuba or the snorkeling little adventure deal, which was cool. They don't really want to drive around. They're scared to death of mountains and anything with and there's some gnarly hairpins riding around Koh Chang. But no, I did not. And if it's a place that I have to climb to, I'm going to leave that up to you and Carl, and I'll live vicariously through you. I got that, Mitch. Let's see. Sure. I'll fill the private jet. All right, cool. Can you bring the eggs? I can't afford to buy the eggs. They're too expensive, as my wife says in Thailand. Hey, Tony, how you doing? Glad to see you could make it. Let's see. I just saw that. Oh, you were in there a little bit earlier, too. You said hello. Good morning to me in the house. I didn't see that. Anyway, so let's see. What has it been? An hour and 20 minutes. I think I'll go an hour and a half or so. And I think that's probably do it for today. And in case anybody was wondering, I don't know what I was. I felt blah. My wife tried, you want to go to the doctor? You want to go to the doctor? No, I don't want to go to the doctor. I just feel blah. I didn't know how to explain it. No aches or pains or just felt, I don't know. I wanted to rest. My wife said maybe it's a holdover from the third booster shot I got, and I'm going. She goes, they say it could last a long time. I'm going. I felt fine in Koh Chang, so I don't know, but I feel great today. Last night I was actually feeling a lot better when we went to the movies, and oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. I can hang for a little while. I was gonna try. Baldy wanted to try. You want to try out? Do you have your stuff? You want to come on for a minute? I know Baldy had sent me a email because I had suggested way back when that he needed to figure it out. It was real. His video and his audio was not good, and I didn't want to be offensive, so I made sure that I emailed him and said I'd be more than willing to open up on a non-stream, during the stream, whatever it is for you to test, and we'll figure out something. But I think he said he got some new equipment. So if you want to come on, I can post the link here, and you're more than welcome to come on. I'm not going to be on that long, but we can do that. Or anybody that really wants to come on for a minute. There it is. If you want to test it out, Baldy, by all means, come on down. Yeah. So had a great trip. Looking forward to getting the car. Actually, I didn't think I was going to be, but driving that truck without cruise control and everything to Koh Chang was a pain in the rear. And I'm kind of curious on how these hybrid things run. Although I have driven it, it's got plenty of power. I've got no problems, or I can't say anything bad about the power. The car looks nice. Wouldn't have been my pick, except we got the two-tone interior, but I don't really care. The car looks awesome. They're going to tint the windows. I like the rims. I like the body line of that car. So we'll see. And it was reasonable as far as I was concerned, because I don't know, that somebody was saying, Mark, I think it was saying he was looking at the Fortuna, and I don't know if he'll do that now because of his situation, but I think he said 1.2, but I thought they were more. Maybe 1.2 was like the bottom model or something. Gotta have it. Tommy J's here. Let's let Tommy in. Hey, Tommy, let me change that view. How you doing, Tommy? Let's see. Maybe he's here. He might be just here for after. Hold on, Let me. Okay. I think he's here for later. Anyway, got to. When we went and I looked at the Raymond, when I looked at the kicks, they had a car there. They're top of the line Almera or something like that, and I liked it. I could get in and out of it. It was a mid-size. The little ones I was having trouble getting in and out of, but they didn't have any there at Robinson Mall. And he said, I'll bring one out the next night, and he brought it here. 5 o'clock. My wife showed up, and we went and we got down the street, and I turned around at the first U-turn place because I had asked him a question, and he said, why are you turning around? And I said, because you don't have cruise control. I said, this is the top of the line car you have, right? And it doesn't have cruise control. No, it doesn't. said, sorry I wasted your time, but that's like me buying a car without air conditioning here in Thailand. So I know Traveler came in. I think you're coming in to maybe do a little bit after deal. But let's see, Jack Lim, how are you? Saying hi to everybody. Everybody's saying hi. Yeah, I think it's a pretty nice car, right, Andy? I thought it looked pretty cool. She wanted the red one, and we looked at the red one. But then that burnt orange or whatever color it is, it kind of grew on me. And they only had a red one. They want, excuse me, they wanted another 300,000 baht or 400,000 to come out of Bangkok. Because see, this one here is already sitting at the Nissan dealer, waiting for us to come get it on Friday. And then I guess we're going to bless it or something too. I don't know about all that. Let's see. I found Cruise hard to use here. Yeah, it is out on the open road. Tim, I think I couldn't because I'm not in that big a hurry. And this one has that. I don't know if the Ford, if yours has that. It'll keep the distance between you and the car in front of you. So, or if you come up on somebody, it'll slow to their speed. So that might make it a little easier. Oh, okay. It can't, huh? That's weird. Well, if you want to, let me know. I'm going to do one on Monday. Fart around with it, or send me an email, and we'll do a mock-up video-only stream on StreamYard, and you can mess around with it as much as you want. I got no problem because, again, I'm retired. I got nothing to do. How about Tesla? Yeah, not for me. And Gary's not here. He's a Tesla guy. He has one, but he was trying all electric. Jack, I just this is I think I'm pushing the. I'm an old school guy. I think I'm pushing the limit at the hybrid. But as far as what it does is this 3-cylinder motor in this Nissan, it just charges the batteries for the electric. You're always on electric. The gas motor has nothing to do with driving a drivetrain, as far as my understanding. So that means I don't have to have that. What do they call it? Anxiety about being able to plug it in and meet somewhere. Adaptive and cruise control. Yeah, not in the. Yeah, and I'll let you know how it works, Tim, by all means. And if you want to come back too, I'll post this one more time, and then I think I'm going to close it out. It's been an hour and 29 minutes. So to Baldy, Tim, T&W, Andy, Mitch, E.T., Raymond, who else am I seeing who's still in here? Andy, did I say Andy? Bad Badger, if you're still here, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And let's see. I know I caught everybody, I think. Tommy J, Randy E, Joe, of course, of Thai Girl Gift and Foreigner Joe channel, and Chuck from No Time to Be Sad. And Rick, if you want to hit me up on my email, I can get you the email. Hit me back up in the comments somewhere, and we'll exchange whatever we need to exchange, and I'll do everything I can to help you, bud, as far as I can. Hey, Dip Media, are you having? Yeah, probably for a little while if you want to come on. Your Mojo and Joe, of course, and of course Louis Cabo. Thank you, sir, and Joe for the super chats, and we will see. I'll pull up my deal here. As always, guys, I will catch you on the next one.